Well, hello. 2016 has definitely been an SJW year in terror. I'm going to play some highlights, and thrown in the mix are some earlier stuff previous to 2016, but main focus is on the year in terror, SJW 2016.
Hi, media. Can I talk to you?
No, you need to get out.
Well,
you need to get out.
No, I don't.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
Stop me!
Oh, no. Oh, we should film it. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Are you experiencing oppression? Don't smile at me, bitch. What you want?
Yeah, nothing happened. Nothing happened. I didn't see anything.
Would you date someone who's trans? Would you date someone who's black? Would you date someone who's fat? Would you date someone who's disabled? Now, honestly, I don't know what your answer is to those questions, but I've met a surprising number of people who would say no to all or at least some of them. Their argument is that it's just a preference and that you can't control who you're attracted to. Let's start with trans people. Would you date a trans person? Honestly? Think about it for a second. Okay, got your answer? Well, if you said no, I'm sorry, but that's pretty discriminatory. I think the main concern that people have in regards to dating a trans person is that they won't have the genitals that they expect. Because we associate penises with men and vaginas with women, some people think they could never date a trans man with a vagina or a trans woman with a penis. But I think that people are more than their genitals. I think that you could feel attraction to some...
Yeah.
You want my name?
Yeah, sure.
It's humongous.
Okay. Humongous what? Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
Humongous.
Humongous what?
That's what it is.
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment?
No, it's humongous.
Then why did you say that to me?
That's my name.
What? Humongous what?
Humongous what?
Humongous what? Is that sexual harassment? Is that what you just did when you said that to me?
What, humongous?
Why would you say that to me?
Yes, but my name.
Why would you say that to me?
Why would I say it to
Why
you?
would you say that to me?
Why would you ask me my name?
What? Humongous what? Humongous what? Humongous what? Humongous what? This person just spoke to me in a sexually harassing way.
I did not.
Yeah, he did. He said, do you know what my name is? And I said,
you
what?
want my
And
name.
he said, humongous. Yeah. Yeah. This person just sexually harassed me.
I said I'm humongous.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Humongous what?
Humongous.
So now you're actually pointing to yourself. You're actually pointing to your body parts. And you're actually pointing to your body parts and saying that you're humongous.
You thought that was adorable. You didn't think about like the pillaging of the continent of Hawaii.
I didn't even know there was pillaging.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay, so you won't get rid of the doll then? Because that was like really cute thing that you found at Goodwill.
No. I'm not gonna not get rid of it because of that. I just don't realize it was offensive to anybody.
But so obviously like you as like a white male, you were like the least like...
But now you're judging me. You're assuming where I'm from.
No, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying like that perhaps like you might be the person who is least hurt in this situation. I'm a passenger in your car. Like that doll is offensive to me. But you don't want to take it down because you like found it at Goodwill and it was like a good find.
I really don't know where to go from here. You want me to take down something that I just put up because...
Yeah, no, I do want you to because it's actually deeply offensive. No, I do want you to take it down.
Alright, well, I mean, obviously you're going to give me a 1 star, but I'm not taking it down, so I'm sorry about that.
I'm going to do worse than give you a 1 star.
Say whatever you like. I'm not trying to offend you. If you want me to drop you off over here or at the next exit, I can do that, but...
No, I would like you to take me to my destination.
And I will do that,
you.
My beautiful lady Lola is offending you.
That's okay. You're gonna be on Gawker. No, you will be published on Gawker. And you'll be like the next internet meme. It's gonna be super funny.
I've always wanted to be a meme, so I'm gonna post it.
Yeah. I mean, like, God forbid, like, anyone take your special Hawaiian doll away from you.
I mean, what's more comedic is how offended you're getting by that. Really.
Because it's a thing that actually affects my life and a thing that doesn't affect your life.
I'm Asian as well. So
Okay, so what is your Asian heritage?
It's irrelevant, but you're trying to
No,
tell me
it's
about
not irrelevant. It's actually super relevant.
Really?
Yeah, so which part of it is not irrelevant?
Yeah, you're affecting
The fact that you care that much about something that is on his dashboard,
Yes, I do actually care a lot.
that's sad.
It's not sad, it's important.
Pretty pathetic.
Did you say it was pathetic? Can I have your name, please?
Yeah, Jade.
And your last name?
Green.
Thank you.
Wow, the passengers are fighting. I'm so excited. Wow, you're the first bad experience I've ever had with Lyft, and it's unfortunate that it has to be like that.
I'm excited.
I'm a very respectful person, and the fact that you're taking offense to that, like, I'll take a picture
That's
of it and show
a
everybody.
disrespectful object that you have in your car, and whether you're Asian or not, you should be considerate to the fact that you might have passengers that don't find that thing to be.
Off of my dashboard when it's super glued.
No, I just said, like, you can set it down for a second. It might be not amusing to all passengers. You're gonna experience this again, by the way.
Okay.
And so I hope that from this lesson,
But this
like
is the lesson.
today.
You're being rude, actually.
No, I'm not being
There's one way
rude.
to tell somebody something, and there's another way in which how you're doing it, and you're not being pleasant.
Oh, because I wasn't nice enough to you?
I've been pleasant to you this whole time.
I wasn't nice enough to you for this thing. That's fine. I've been video recording the entire time. I'm excited.
That's cool, and I'm being respectful to you.
No, you're not. You have been actually very rude and extremely entitled.
Well, I'm sorry that my Hawaiian lady is offending you.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you have no consideration for actual Hawaiian people who don't want to be a bobblehead item in your car while you're driving for Lyft. You fucking selfish, dumbass idiot.
Okay, I'm being rude.
You are being rude. You have no connection to this culture. You know what that is? That's a cute little bubble item that you had in your car that you don't know anything about, and you're an idiot.
Thank you very much for your opinion.
Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe you will think about it tomorrow when you wake up in the morning.
I very much will. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much. I'm ending this ride right now, so if you'd like to call another Lyft, you can go ahead and
No,
do
you can
that.
take me all the way to my
I
house.
actually don't have to. It's
No,
my
yes,
car.
you
I'm
do.
confirming the drop off. Here's the sidewalk. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Can I have your name again?
Nope. Have a great
Yes,
night.
I can.
No,
Can I have your name again? Well, I'll just stay here then.
Well, then. Oh my God. This is my car. Can you please get out of
No,
it?
I
I've
won't.
ended
Call the
ride.
police. Call 911.
Okay.
About how I won't leave your car.
I wish you would.
Can you please?
No, I can't, but you can give me your first and last name. Here's what I'll do instead. Holy shit. The weirdest night of my entire life. And he could not get away fast enough so that I couldn't get his license plate number. How cute.
The last two speakers are Zama Joshi, followed by Eris Gibson.
Thank you. My name is Zana. People like to talk about how crime has gone up in Seattle, and they're right. Crime has gone up. The crimes of racist thug cops have gone up. Their crimes against women have gone up. Their crimes against people of color have gone up. And the crimes of racist, token, people of color politicians have gone up. Yeah, we noticed, Lorena Gonzalez. We noticed. We noticed how after I spoke publicly against you, the cops sent racist, white supremacist rapists after me on BlueLivesMatter.com. We saw that, we noticed, and we all know how in cahoots with the cops you are. We noticed how in cahoots Deborah Juarez is with the cops, who's so disgusting and such a token that she won't even look at the people when they speak. We all noticed how bullies like Bruce Harrell, who speak
I'm gonna find your
publicly and
comments
interrupt
disruptive,
women when they speak,
and
just
I'm
as you
warning
interrupt
you
me now.
that your comments
we
are
saw how those
disruptive, and if you
crimes
don't
went up.
stop,
we
I'm gonna have you
saw
removed.
how the disgust
Please have this
and
woman removed,
contempt
please.
that you have towards the people
Please
has
have her
gone
removed.
up. We saw all
I've
of
asked
this.
this
And
is
don't touch me.
disruptive personal attacks. Have her removed, please.
Turn off the microphone, will you?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I find her behavior disruptive, ma'am. Disruptive to the agenda. And our next speaker will be Eris Gibson. Please.
To try to intimidate women of color into silence. And we see these crimes going up. We see. Oh yeah, we see it. It's cut. We've seen it.
This video is going to include discussions about racism, and because I am white, none of these thoughts about racism in this video are my original thought. I accredit to most of the ideas that I have picked up from these two videos created by two very lovely black YouTubers. So go and check them out, please, because they're lovely and awesome, and like, why not? All white people are racist, all men are misogynistic, all cisgender people are transphobic, all members of a majority are biased against the members of the minority or oppressed group. In fact, most people are racist, misogynistic, transphobic, ableist, etc. I am racist, classist, ableist, and I probably contribute to many other systems of marginalization that I am not aware of. Words like racist, misogynistic, and transphobic are not insults, nor are they stereotypes or generalizations. Rather, they are facts about the way we are socialized in a Western society, and in most other societies. I talk mostly about Western societies because that is what I have the most experience with. Saying that we're all raised to believe that gender is defined by anatomy and chromosomes is not a stereotype. It's a fact about how we are raised.
I came out here, I wanted to tell some jokes. Let's do some reality checks here. Do you have any idea, sir, how pathetic it must be to be you? These people wanted to come out and have a good time, hear a few jokes, some thoughtful discussion, but your head pops off the pillow in the morning with, oh, how can I be a professional victim today? Let me go in and screw with their act just because, oh my God, your parents didn't tell you that your opinion wasn't worth that much. Look, they're confused. They're confused. You know why? Because I'm not your gender studies professor who has to cater to your trigger warning, microaggression, safe space bullshit. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to come out and tell a few jokes. You created this monster. We have to go. 10 more minutes of this. Let this reverberate. Let it be a life lesson. This monster right here that you're so afraid of, the face you see in your nightmares, was created by social justice warrior assholes like you. And now you have this wonderful faggot. That's what happens. We okay? We good? Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Darling, you can call me what you like.
Oh, okay, there we go. Crying out loud, listen. Nobody here wants to hear your opinion that much. And here's what's so crazy. You couldn't wait 5 minutes. Unlike leftists, we have an open panel and a Q&A session because we want an open idea. Oh, I'm a racist. There you go. That's a new one. Where'd you learn that one in Social Human Studies 101? Right next to the giant, I don't know, wild boar I couldn't see who said there's no such thing as fat chicks. Guess what? If you think there aren't, you are one, okay? Did he just make a fat joke? Yeah, I did. And no, it's okay, because I got some here, so screw you. I have a faggot pass and a fat pass today.
Be a joke. I do not believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself, and I'm not kidding. You better fucking fix this shit right now. I literally am gonna die. I need an ambulance. I
need to talk to you all about a serious injustice in this world, and that is the sexism that comes from men and is forced onto women. Women are raped and murdered, and for this, we need to kill all men.
So it's come to my attention that there's been some controversy surrounding some 3 little words, and I don't understand why. It's just a bunch of people having hissy fits that their status quos are being challenged. Die, cis, scum. So for those of you who've been living under a privileged rock your entire life and don't know what cis means, it's short for cisgender, which means that a long time ago, a doctor took 5 seconds to look at your baby genitals and say, you are going to be this person. And by some astronomical coincidence, you grew up and said, meh. And you know what? That's fine and dandy for some people, but for the rest of us, we're not entirely happy with what's on our birth certificates.
And so as we started talking in the conversation, I really came to tell her that the reason why I believe these things was because of my feminism. It was because of the practices and the beliefs that I held as an individual that I was able to craft my own practice, my own religion in a way, for lack of a better term, right? Like, it was something that I truly believed in. And that moment has stuck with me ever since. I think back on that moment for a lot of reasons. One, because it taught me a couple of things. It taught me that feminism is my faith.
Oh, hi. All right, well, I have a story time kind of again for you guys. And I want to talk about how, in my experience, you guys know I've lost like 140 whatever pounds. I want to talk about how real thin privilege actually is. Because I know there is like some kind of debate about whether or not it actually even exists.
Today I wanted to talk about what is considered even a controversial subject within feminism, thin privilege. Before I start, I'm gonna say I'm a thin person, I have thin privilege. I don't experience any form of fat phobia or fat shaming, so this is coming from a privileged perspective.
Cisphobia does not exist!
I have to come clean. I, Lacey Green, am a feminist.
What? You're a lesbian now?
Man-hater, hairy armpits.
It ain't so.
It's gonna be okay. Those are just stereotypes. I think that feminism is both kick-ass and super important. And here are a few of my reasons why.
This is an unprecedented situation. It's rare that a woman of color becomes famous through no work of her own.
Some crazy shit.
Wait, are you trying to block me? What was I? Well, why do you need to stand up for them? What was happening? What was happening? What was I doing that was so wrong?
Well, let's... Okay, here we go. What's your name? What's your name, sir? Where are you from? What neighborhood in Chicago are you from? What neighborhood are you from?
Gosh, I wish someone could come save me right now from you.
Right, well, nobody has to save you because you're a fucking white man who gets to do whatever he wants to in this space, right?
Okay.
So I'm saying, no, you do not have permission to walk around videotaping women of color and acting like you can do that and the rest of us can't. Aren't you quite aware by holding that video camera on me that you are surrounded by your privilege, right? Take your privilege somewhere else, please. All right? Because your privilege is not welcome here. So unless you are here to dismantle your privilege, please find somewhere else to go.
You're fucking a white male!
So?
You're a white man!
Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. This is going to be a quick PSA that is really a response to the number of people that I see saying, not all white people are racist. Not all white people, not all white people, not all white people. And this is white people as well as black people that love to say this. And I'm just here to let you know, public service announcement, yes, all white people all white people are racist. And the reason why all white people are racist is because all white people are born into and raised in a racist white supremacist society that instills racist white supremacist ideals within them. And until they say, you know what, I am racist. I was born into this racist society that instilled me with certain beliefs of superiority, white supremacy, as well as certain beliefs about black people and other minorities, and I maybe need to stop and take a step back and unlearn all these things. They cannot be your friends, they cannot be your allies, they cannot hang out with you, they cannot date you. I would say that that should be the litmus test for every person, every non-essential white person in your life, aka people that you don't have to be around. Like if you have to be around your boss and your coworker, clearly you can't just say, oh, bitch, you're a racist, because you're going to get fired.
And you probably don't like me very much. Likely you don't like me very much, but that's okay. You don't have to. I'm not here to be liked. What I want, what I'm hoping for, what my prayer is that now, after watching these videos, after listening to these videos, you might start to notice patriarchy all around you because it's always been there.
Hey fellow white guys. It's about to be a new year.
And there's a few things we think you could do a little bit better in 2017.
First off, try to recognize that America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy.
I'm not Muslim, but that's not the point. The fact is that Islamophobia is just another type of racism.
Is misguided. The sweatshirts are printed with statements like, all white people are racist. Another shirt contains a statement that could be interpreted as inciting violence against police. Emil Pickett, the UW sophomore selling the shirts, says the intention of the shirts was to be inflammatory.
Well, no,
it really isn't.
I'm not denying that certain people are bigoted against Muslims as people. And that's a problem.
Big of you.
But
why are you so hostile about this?
It's gross. It's racist.
It's not. But it's so not.
It's like saying those stateless shifty Jew.
You're not listening to what we are saying.
Hi, Ben. So unconscious bias is a concept well documented in psychological studies, which is basically that people associate negative things with people of color and positive things with whites. So if that is true, given that that is true, how does white privilege not exist?
Okay, so you're asking about unconscious bias. I apologize because it's kind of echoey, but the question was, if there is unconscious bias, just to repeat it so I'm making sure I get it right, if there is unconscious bias, how does white privilege not exist?
The question is, given that there is unconscious bias, how does white privilege not exist?
So number one, when I speak about white privilege, so when I speak about white privilege, I'm speaking specifically about behavior. Okay, there have been no studies, and really I've looked at these studies, the connection between what they call implicit bias, this is their favorite phrase now, implicit bias, unconscious bias, and biased behavior has yet to be proven at any level that is even remotely necessary to be used in, for example, a courtroom, which is why it's never been used in a courtroom. It is also true that there is no way, there really isn't, there's been no proven way to alleviate what they call unconscious bias, which means that we're ghost hunting. So what I would suggest is that if there is unconscious bias, and I'll acknowledge the possibility or the reality of unconscious bias, if there is, then I need you to I don't care about what's in people's heads so much as what they do. So if you point me to a racist behavior, don't worry, I'll let you respond. If you point me to a racist behavior, I'm happy to stand alongside you and protest it. What I can't do is protest about things in people's head that I don't know about because I'm not a mind reader. First question, which is, do people have thoughts that don't manifest in behavior? Yes, all the time.
For instance?
For instance, every thought that you have about walking up here and strangling me right now. I assume like we have thoughts all the time that don't manifest in behavior, and this is true every single day. We consider thoughts that cross our minds. And the problem with unconscious bias is the idea is you don't even know that you're having the thought, right? So how can you stop it if you don't even know that you're having it? But then we should be able to gauge the unconscious bias and its impact on behavior. That's why it's unconscious bias as opposed to conscious bias. Right? The idea behind unconscious bias is that it's not even a ghost, it's a ghost of a ghost, because you don't even know you're having the thought. So people, the whole idea behind diversity training is the idea that you can retrain people to stop their chain of thought in order so that it doesn't manifest in behavior. I don't think that every thought manifests in behavior. If it did, then every time a man saw a good-looking woman walk down the street, a straight man saw a good-looking woman down the street, we'd have a real mess on our hands.
Okay. Well, ask him.
Get him in check and we're shutting this event down. Now. If you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now. Right now.
Make a decision now!
What? I was really nervous to get up here because there's a lot of white people in the crowd. And that wasn't a joke. I wish this many people came out to our racial demonstrations and our Black Lives Matter movement.
Come on. How are you?
Okay.
I don't want to stand up here and be angry because this isn't for me and this isn't for you. It's for the people that we lost and the people we may lose tomorrow and the people we lost yesterday. But I thought I'd take the moment to just like list out some facts that many of you probably don't know because you're white.
10 lessons for the white sons we might have. 10 things we don't have to say, but must teach you. Because if we don't, every inch you grow could be another nightmare you'll give somebody. 1, when you're crossing the street, it's a privilege to only have to look both ways. You'll seldom have to worry about what's behind you. In fact, you might be the reason someone else can't stop looking over their shoulder. 2, when you fall off your razor scooter, you'll always have a Band-Aid the same color as you. Even as you get older, you'll be able to patch up any damage you make. Your Band-Aid boxes will teach you that excuses aren't made for melanin. 3, for every art project that tells you to draw pictures of your classmates, there'll be a crayon marked apricot or salmon or peach. Your friends will call it skin. Pay attention to how early you learn to label colors.
When the video was over, she says her teacher continued the conversation and lecturing on how to heal the racial divide. His theories stunned the student.
To be white is to be racist. Period.
She says she was instantly offended.
It's really hard being triggered all the time, and I'm not kidding, it's all the time for me at this point. I get dressed in the morning, I'm triggered. I take a shower, I'm triggered. I get in the car, I'm triggered. I go for a walk, I'm triggered. I leave my house, I'm triggered. I sit in my room all day, I'm triggered. I look at my thin, beautiful sisters and I'm triggered, and I just can't get away from it. And it feels at this point that there's nothing I can do. Like, I can't make my sisters go away and stay out of my sight. They're my sisters.
So you guys, my good white friend Larry wants to say something. What do you want to say, Larry? I just want to say, man, there's only one race, the human race. Shut up, Larry. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Whew. I'm so sorry I did that, Larry. Clean yourself up. Here you go. Anyways, Larry, first and foremost, humans are not a race. It's a species. And last time I checked, there was this study that showed that, like, Europeans have a considerable amount of, like, Neanderthal DNA. So I don't know if we are the same species. I don't know. I don't know. First and foremost, race and ism. Ism means a system based on the prejudice of race. So for instance, like, white people say that they hate Middle Easterners and Arabs, but you're taking their oil.
Hello, my name is Ariel, like the mermaid, and in this video I'm going to talk about the term privilege and how different people use this term in different ways nowadays. And I was inspired to talk about this topic because in some of my past videos there's kind of been a discussion in the comment a little bit about the idea of privilege, and it's kind of come up because it was particularly a video I made about why cishet hate, or cisgender heterosexual hate, is counterproductive and self-destructive, and I'll probably post a little link to it. But anyways, in that video I was kind of talking about how trans people who hate on cisgender heterosexual people, it's just very counterproductive and it isn't very helpful to the trans community. That was the main point of that video. But in the video, I did acknowledge that maybe there are certain times when it is appropriate to call people out, and maybe call them to check their privilege. That's a term that a lot of people use now, is check their privilege.
MRAs should be, if you shut the fuck up and let me read my list, there's the fucking proof.
And so I obviously can't, like,
So, number one, shut the fuck up for a second. Feminists do not want you to lose custody of your children. The assumption that women are naturally better caregivers is part
part of patriarchy. Feminists do not like commercials in which bumbling dads mess up the laundry and competent wives have to bustle in and fix it. The assumption that women... We're working on it, and you guys are trying to dismantle it. But if you'd fucking listen...
I don't believe they do.
Then
why are you part of the organization?
Saying that we're trying to take away their rights? How are we trying to take away their rights?
Why?
Can you shut the fuck up for a second, too?
Happening right now, if you notice people wearing safety pins post-election, here's the reason why. Many people are wearing the pins to mark themselves as a safe space for people feeling in danger after the election results. People in the UK actually did something similar right after Brexit.
Utter madness.
You have armies and you're not welcome here! Quiet voices, please. Calm down.
Stop talking to us like children!
Stop acting like a child. Speakers are not only disinvited, but when they're invited, people come in to disrupt. They don't want others to hear. Get the fuck out of here! But I'm the wrong person to be.
Jesus died for everybody's sins. So
No.
why he didn't?
No.
So he wasn't on that cross dying for everybody's sins?
He didn't
really?
die for everybody's sins.
All right,
He died for
whatever,
all the
whatever.
sins
I
of
don't
his
care.
elect.
Okay, whatever. Why is your main focus on homosexuality? When
Why
it's
is yours?
Can you let me finish? Damn. Anyway, why is your main focus on homosexuality when there's people out here getting raped, killed, shooting, doing drugs and all that stuff, but your main focus is on me and my people? Why?
Your people?
My homosexuality people. Why?
Your sin is the sin, your proud sin. Have you seen a rapist pride parade?
Dreaming of a white genocide, just like the ones I used to know. When the whites were massacred during the Haitian Revolution, was a good thing indeed, he tweeted. SJWs are scary and fried, and may all your victims be white.
Thank you for watching this video, viewing this page, and if you like the videos, then please subscribe. There's also links to Facebook and Twitter if you want to join us on those sites. Thank you very much.